when it can no longer reach you in that critical way. In other words, if your past can influence you to do anything in the present or the future, then you're not dead to it. But if you're dead to your past, if that person no longer exists, you're free. What did Jesus say? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So, remember I was talking about, I don't know if you saw the other little video I made this morning. Knowing isn't telling. You can't tell what you know. You can only know what you know. And if there's somebody there to know it, then that's also a barrier. Okay? So, guys, there is nothing here. There's nothing left. The lights are on, but nobody's home. That's what you're seeing right now. And that's really a good thing. So, it is right now. Okay? We'll see how long this lasts. These periods, they come in and out. They go in and out. You know, it's like, because the level of realization that you have is dependent, you know, upon the waves of Mother Nature, waves of Prakriti, the gonadic cycle, Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. You know, I've been talking about it lately. But actually today, I'm feeling like, gosh, you know, I don't even want to talk about that stuff anymore, because it just, at some point, it just doesn't touch you as much, and you just feel like it's all insignificant. Like, there's a verse, there's a whole chapter in Gita, in the Bhagavad Gita, which I talk about sometimes, about transcending the gunas. And Arjuna asked Krishna, you know, what's the person like? What is their life like? The person who's transcending the gunas. And I read this verse and always wondered about it, like, what would that be like? And he said, the person doesn't feel the necessity of curtailing the predominance of rajas or tamas in his system, and he doesn't feel the pull to prolong the predominance of sattva in his system. That person has gone beyond prakriti, has gone beyond the gunas. And Gargi is thinking all the time, well, it's like fat chance, he'll never go beyond the gunas, you know. The idea of going beyond the gunas is just like so far from me. And because I'm thinking, you know, still thinking I'm a human. I'm still thinking I'm that lowly person. I'm still thinking, you know, that the mind is still playing a big role here. This is what the point is, okay? But when you go into the heart, when you unite with the self, it's like it says in the second chapter, even a little of this practice will save you from great fear. Which reminds me, I was looking at a verse yesterday or the day before, and Swami Admananda translated one of the Sanskrit words, balaha, balaha, as ignorance. I mean, the ignorance, as in plural, ignorant people. Balaha. And bala, the root of the word is from fear. So fear produces ignorance in people, or vice versa. Ignorance produces fear. So ignorant people are afraid. And once you lose your fear, you could be a really dangerous person. You could do a lot of stuff. You could do a lot of damage. You could do a lot of good. So this person who's looking at you right now, who doesn't actually exist anymore, who's gone through something that, or is going through something, lights on, nobody's home. The system becomes transparent. And I've not done anything to deserve this. I mean, I've not done any sadhana to speak of. Like, okay, there was all that chanting and all this and all that, but there was so much. I don't even want to talk about that. You know what? It comes down to love and the grace, the pure grace of God and love. And really, it's all such an easy thing. When you get to the point, when you finally say, when you finally go, Uncle, I've had it, like when you finally just say, take it, I don't want it anymore. I don't want to live according to the whims of the mental, vital combination. Then grace steps in. That's what's happening to me. That's what I'm feeling. And it's immediate. When as much surrender is there, immediately that much grace and more comes. So, and it doesn't have anything to do with jnana. It doesn't have anything to do with so-called knowledge. So that's another topic. How much we got here? 9 minutes and 7 seconds. Knowledge is not something you read in a book. It's not something you hear. Even listening to a divine enlightened being, even listening to anything that those people say, that's not where knowledge comes from. Knowledge comes from the self. And it's revealed at the right time. So, gotta talk about that in the next little ditty here. Ugh, I have so many things to say. Ugh, so much in there, waiting to come out. Okay, I used this buzzword so many times today. Uma Thurman, Kill Bill. I have to fess up and tell you guys what that's about. So, at least, I think I should. Uma Thurman plays this hit woman, a hitman in a female form. Very dangerous person who goes about killing people for her boyfriend, who's played by, I'm going to forget his name. He just died recently, last year. The Kung Fu guy. It's so silly, I forget his name. Great actor, oh my god. Really beautiful actor. And it's all, for me, a picture of what's going on in the human system. Now, what happens is that the Uma Thurman character, Black Mamba, she's named after a snake, Black Mamba, dangerous snake. She's pregnant. She finds out that she's pregnant. She's on a contract somewhere in I think in Tokyo or someplace in Japan or somewhere, Hong Kong or someplace. She has to kill some woman who's the head of some drug ring, competition for her master. And she finds out she's pregnant. And suddenly, the child, the baby, becomes the most important thing to her, and not the man, the boyfriend. And she becomes very honest with herself, and she decides to run away. So, if you've seen the movie before, I'm sorry to bore you, but in fact, it's just like the struggle between the lower and the higher nature in the human system. So, the Kung Fu guy, who's, Carradine, my god, I love that actor, and I've always admired him. Is it David Carradine? I thought he was just